What's up, y'all? It's your girl G, and y'all are about to learn how to get this maroon cut crease, and I hope y'all enjoy watching the video. Okay, so first I'm going in with my Anastasia dip brow, and it is in the shade or color Ebony. It's going to define the brow and underline, fill it in, outline it, fade it in and out with the spoolie, just, the regular routine. Alright, so next I'm going in with my e.l.f. concealer in the shade Light, and I'm just taking this concealer under the brow and on the lid just to define the brow. Next I'm taking a Wet n Wild angle brush and just spreading that product around the eye. So now I'm taking just a regular beauty sponge and just dabbing that in. So next I'm taking a regular e.l.f. eyeshadow brush and I'm going in with the all natural Wet n Wild palette, and I'm just using this very light shade to set that eye concealer. So next I'm going in with LOL by NYX and taking this Wet n Wild blending brush, and I'm just going to take that in the crease. But before I lay down this eyeshadow, I'm just going to go in with some tape and lay that down so I can get a very sharp edge. So as you can see, I'm just taking that in the crease like I said and blending it out, and maybe adding a little more in there just to get the right shade that I want. So I like to use blushes as eyeshadows, so I'm taking this cheap blush and contour palette that I found at like Five and Below or whatever, and I'm taking those two pink shades that I pointed out, and I'm going over the LOL and basically just making this a second transition color. And then taking that Wet n Wild blending brush, I am just going to blend it until my desired opaqueness and shade. So next I'm going back in with this all natural Wet n Wild and taking this deep dark plum shade, and I'm taking a e.l.f. packing brush and I'm just going to pack that on to the outer corner and blend it into the crease a little bit, but not too much. So next I'm going back in with that Wet n Wild brush just to blend it and grab a little bit of that shade so to help it blend. And like I said, just setting this first in the outer corner. Alright, so next I'm going in with this Hard Candy Look Pro Matte Eyeshadow Pro Palette and taking that Wet n Wild brush and blending this, I wouldn't say rosy, but I would say like a velvet red, and I'm taking that into the crease and blending out that deep dark plum shade. And so then I'm just taking an e.l.f. It's like a small blending brush, but I'm taking an e.l.f. blending brush with that deep dark plum shade and then blending it in and out with the Wet n Wild brush. Alright, so next I'm going in with this Wet n Wild lipstick called Dark Wine. I don't know if I'm the only one that uses lipsticks for eyeshadows, but I know other people do. Anyways, I'm taking that on the e.l.f. packing brush, and I'm just going to lay that down right beside that deep dark plum shade that we took. Next, I'm going back in with that Hard Candy palette and taking that velvet purple. I guess it wasn't really red, but a deep dark velvet purple. Then I'm taking the same shadow, but taking that Wet n Wild brush and blending that into the crease and just basically blending a lot with that color. Alright, so next I'm going back in with that LOL shade from NYX and that Wet n Wild brush, and I'm trying to revive the orange shade because I kind of lost it when we went in with that pink shade, but I'm just blending that out. So next I'm going back in with my e.l.f. concealer. Okay, so I'm basically just cutting the inner corner instead of the whole crease. And what I'm doing, like knotting, I'm trying to make a new crease because I don't want to get that concealer into the original crease because then it will just bleed into the rest of the eye look. And so now I'm just blending and making sure I get a straight curve in the inner corner with this angled brush. So now I'm creating a line with the rest of the concealer. I'm not going to take it all the way, but I'm just going to take it about as far as to where the outer corner is. So next I'm taking this e.l.f. eyeshadow brush and I'm just going to blend the rest of that concealer, make sure it's blended well. I'm taking the All Natural and just taking that light shade and just adding it and setting the concealer. Next, I'm taking that packing brush and basically blending those two shades next to each other. So next, I'm going back in with that Hard Candy palette with that velvet shade and laying it down next to the white shade just so it makes it look smoother and so I can blend it a little easier. So now I'm taking an angled brush from Wet n Wild and taking that All Natural white shade and setting that new crease that we made just so it doesn't move around in the day. So after you're done blending your shadows and setting your concealers, you're going to go back in with the e.l.f. concealer and just clean lines up and everything. So after you lay down that eye concealer and blend it out with your beauty sponge, you're going to take an angled brush and clean the lines just a little bit more. So after I clean up those edges, I'm going to take my e.l.f. complexion brush and my e.l.f. setting powder in this light medium and just set that concealer. It's time for the under eye, so I'm going back in with that Hard Candy palette and taking a packing brush from e.l.f. and going under the eye and just making it deeper and darker. I'm going to go back in with that LOL shade from NYX and the same packing brush from e.l.f. and then blend out the velvet shade that we took from the Hard Candy palette. So next I'm going in with Revlon's Color Stay Liquid Eye Pen and e.l.f.'s Liquid Liner. And so when I did the e.l.f. Liquid Liner, like I was barely even on the screen, so I just cut that out. So I'm going straight to the Revlon Color Stay and I'm just filling it in until I'm satisfied. Going in with the Pro Lemonade by Revolution, I'm going to highlight my brow bone and my inner corner, and I'm going to do that with the e.l.f. angled eyeshadow brush. And I'm just laying that on top of my eyebrow bone and laying it into my inner corner. I went a little too low on my highlight, so I'm just taking my Wet n Wild blending brush and dusting and blending it out. Taking my strip of lash adhesive and adding my lashes. And here's the finished look. I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe and comment.